generate a new fucking key. I think I need to generate a new key every time now. Oh, I guess not. Okay, I think I'm live. YouTube is always changing their user interface. I never know what the fuck I'm doing when I first start. Hi, Smugside. Yeah, the chat might be a little quiet today. Let me go ahead and change that to live and pop it out. Well, now it's saying views 0. Well, I'm still here just listening. Okay. Good to know. Well, I guess I'll just get started. Yeah, I wouldn't normally stream on a Friday, but I wasn't sure if I would have time tomorrow. It's possible I would have had time tomorrow, but thought I would do it today just in case. Which probably means fewer people, fewer of the usual people, but... Where is Winamp? There it is. Oh, there it is. Whoops, that is not what I meant to play. Start from the beginning, dummy. There we go. Turn this down on my end. Work is looking great so far. Thank you. Hopefully I'll do a little bit more than just the fur this time. Oh yeah, I should bring up my reference images, or at least one of them. As I said last week, where did it go? Yeah, this is the image I'm kind of using as reference, so I'm going to keep this on my second monitor so I can kind of look at it a little bit. Oh, hi, Fanya. I did start a couple minutes early. I guess maybe people will be filtering in pretty soon. Oh yeah, I don't love how that looks. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it. Let me zoom out again. Oh well, maybe go back to that at some point. Let me focus on adding highlights here. Let me make sure my pen's working. Yep, it is. Lasso tool comes in handy so much, but I sometimes forget to use it. Yeah. It's pretty much mandatory for me with how my style is. I'm using the right color, right? Yeah. I probably don't want too much highlight. It's not like the fur is shiny, it's just got some highlights on it. Shut up, phone. I should probably mute my phone. Well, thanks for telling me that I'm streaming, YouTube. What am I doing? Come on. Mute for 2 hours. Turns out the fur doesn't need that much in the way of highlights. I was half expecting I'd spend half the stream on just on this. Maybe all the stream. But nah. Excuse me. Shadows were the hard part. It just doesn't really need a lot of highlight. Why does Fester's Quest have such a good soundtrack? Might be the only good thing about the game, but... I canceled my D&D campaign today because 2 of my players who are married were going to a friend's party. No biggie though, still gonna hang out with my other players and I can run it next Friday. That's cool. zoom out. I wonder if I'm on the verge of adding too many highlights here. I think a little bit here would be good. Maybe I don't need it down here, though. I don't know. I did use a lot of highlights on this side, though, so I would kind of want them to match, wouldn't I? I could always take away some of the highlights over here, though. Oops. Oh, my hand's starting to cramp up. I need to stop in a second. Try to get to a good stopping point first. I should move this thing over a little bit. Fuck this game. Lighting is hard. I can relate. You're doing good, though. Thank you. Hi, Mr. 007. Have you seen Return to Silent Hill? God. And if so, were you planning to make a video like you did with the previous two films? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I did. I saw it opening weekend, and it was garbage. Yeah, I'll make a video at some point. Probably like, you know, once it's out on video and I can, you know, use footage from it. Okay, well, let me stop there just for now. Just my hand hurts anyway. I wonder if any Frankenstein adaptations ever used the Edgar Winter song of the same name. Oh yeah, I forgot that song was called Frankenstein. That gives me an idea if I ever do a film den on this movie, which I very well might. It'd be fun if I found a 8-bit version of that song to use in the closing credits. Trying to decide if I want to add more highlights or not. I feel like there's enough, honestly. I could add more, but I think there's enough. I'm also contemplating if I want to blend it or not. I'm thinking I probably will. I'd probably commission an orchestral adaptation. That'd be cool. Return to Film Den. Hi, Silent Evil. Oh, and hi, Tolchalk. I didn't. And there's actually new people showing up. Yay! Speaking of Frankenstein stuff, I've been meaning to revisit a classic from my middle school years, Igor from 2008. There's a movie with that title? I hated Return to Silent Hill so much. I downloaded and played the Silent Hill 2 remake as a palate cleanser and enjoyed the game. I'm glad that one's better. I've heard mostly good things about it. I never did play it. I did buy it, but I never got around to playing it. There's a Bride of Frankenstein type movie coming out, directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. Yeah, I've heard of that. I'm not interested. I like Del Toro's Frankenstein too much. I don't know if I can accept another version. Watching Friday the 13th parts 1 through 4. Have fun with that. 7 is my favorite. I emulated Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition last year, but I gotta get around to finishing it. Enhanced Edition? Is that like a fan thing? I know fans have like made little changes to the graphics and stuff. I don't know if that's the kind of thing you're talking about though. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go over here and take out some of these highlights. I do think this area looks cool, but it's inconsistent with this part. So, free fan edition. Yep. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought it. That's kind of what I was expecting. So I'm not sure exactly how to do this. Just like. I'm literally just using the mouse for this. I don't feel like I need the brush. I may, or pen rather. I may change my mind, but. That looked kind of good. I think I want to keep that one. Nope. And maybe do away with these ones that are kind of pointed downward. They wouldn't necessarily have highlights on them. We're gonna keep a little bit, maybe. There we go. That's a little more consistent. I think I'm going to take even more of the highlights away. Oh, I lost the some of the shadow there. You also planning on talking about the newer Silent Hill games or make any more Silent Hill related content? Yeah, probably at some point. Yeah. I haven't really even gotten a chance to play. I'd like to do something with Silent Hill F. I haven't gotten a chance to play it myself yet. I ended up watching Markiplier play it through, so that gave me a vague idea of what the game is like. I'll have to play it myself. But no plans to do that like anytime soon. I'm just realizing I don't like this little highlight here. In fact, most of these little highlights down here are unnecessary. I had a feeling those might not stay. I feel like the rest of these might be okay. I don't know. This might be unnecessary as well. I don't know. Next month I'll follow up with parts 5 and 6 in August on its 4th anniversary. Oh, okay. And then part 4 in November. So I think there's a Friday the 13th that month too. Oh, of course. I forgot that today was Friday the 13th. And that's why you're doing it. Hi, George. Valentine's Day morning here, going to watch Heart Eyes tonight, but today I'm going to do something more horrifying, my laundry and dishes. I hear that. Heard they were re-releasing some of the Friday the 13th in theaters. I just realized Pinocchio was the kid-friendly version of Frankenstein, and Del Toro did both of them. Yep. Apparently both of those were like... Those were the two franchises he really wanted to make his own movie of, and he's done both, so... Love that for him. I need to watch more Del Toro movies. Other than his Frankenstein movie, I think the only Del Toro movies I've seen are, Hellboy. I don't even think I watched the second Hellboy, not for any particular reason, I just never got around to it, but like, the first Hellboy movie and Blade 2 are, I think, the only other Del Toro movies I've seen, and after seeing his version of Frankenstein, I really need to go back and watch more of his stuff. I forgot all about my cat ears. Where are they? Oops, sorry, bumped my mic. I don't know if there's enough people watching to justify cat ears, but oh well. Since you reminded me that it's Friday the 13th, maybe I'll bring out Friday the 13th Part 7 and just watch it for shits and giggles. I usually watch stuff like that around Halloween, but... got me thinking about Friday the 13th Part 7 now. They do Jason Goes to Hell in the theater, I'm there. I don't think I saw any of the ones after 8. 8 left such a bad taste in my mouth, I didn't want to watch any more sequels after that. I've heard that Jason X is really fun, though. Next month, though, Friday the 13th Part 6 is playing in cinemas here. That's cool. I Would Love Mimic. Is that a Del Toro movie, or...? That one doesn't sound familiar. I've seen Blade, but haven't seen Blade 2 yet, but Blade was so awesome that I should get around to it. It's funny, I never did see Blade. I watched Blade 2 because Danny John Jules was in it, and I was trying to prep for my cat videos. So I just went ahead and watched Blade 2, but I never saw the first Blade. I did enjoy Blade 2, though. Pan's Labyrinth is the one Del Toro movie everyone has seen at one point. Yeah, I should see that one too. If I remember correctly, he doesn't have like a huge filmography, so I don't think it would take me like forever to get through his movies. Then there was The Shape of Water, which won Best Picture, the second fantasy film to do so. That's awesome. I didn't remember that it won Best Picture. I definitely need to see that one. Devil's Backbone and Pan's Labyrinth is a good Del Toro double. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Kind of a running joke that there's a curse on anything that takes Del Toro for granted, hence why the Blade reboot is stuck in development hell. Oh. Yeah, they did remake Hellboy, and those movies didn't do well. 8, 9, and 10 were so bad in my opinion. Freddy vs. Jason kicks out. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I didn't even think of Freddy vs. Jason. I do like that one. Mimic is Del Toro's flick about giant killer roaches. Oh, I somehow don't recall coming across that one when I was looking at his filmography. Okay. Interesting. Mimic was good, not his best, but I liked it. Back in high school, it's about giant human mimicking bugs in the sewers of New York. That sounds interesting. Yeah, Blade 2 was fun. Like, it was dumb, but it was fun. Pacific Rim is apparently Bayformers if it didn't suck. Yeah, I'm curious what his take on the whole, like, you know, mecha genre is. So, like, I've heard of most of his movies. I just never got around to seeing any of them for whatever reason. Except for Mimic. I don't think that one does not ring a bell. In my opinion, Jason X is a so bad it's good flick. Yeah, that's generally what I've heard. Jason Goes to Hell is trashy fun, with unrated being the gory goods. Screenwriters of Freddy vs. Jason recently wrote the new Sam Raimi film. Oh, I know. Send Help? Is that what it's called, the new Sam Raimi film? That looks pretty good, by the way. Pacific Rim is fun, though the sequel, not directed by him, is just okay. I think I've heard that. Send Help kind of reinforces the idea that women in Raimi films are either damsels in distress or venomous she-harpies. Is that a Sam Raimi thing? I guess there are a lot of damsels in distress in his movies. I don't think that could be helped with Spider-Man, though. The Spider-Man movies. Hot take, I usually skip the first Friday the 13th and go straight to part 2. I appreciate 1, but it's so slowly paced. Yeah. I know I've seen the first. I don't remember 2 and 3 at all. I don't know if I ever saw 2, come to think of it. I've seen most of the rest through Jason Takes Manhattan. And of course, you know, unless you include Freddy vs. Jason, I've seen that one, of course. Half this stream is just me undoing some of the work I did. We're just gonna take away that highlight. Yeah, there we go. This fur doesn't need too many highlights on it. So let's see, what do I want to... I guess, well, let's see. I'm kind of working backwards, because usually I start from the bottom of the stack and work my way up. Well, I did do the eyes, which were kind of low on the stack. Well, they're halfway up the stack. I kind of want to start with this close for some reason, I guess because it's easy. So, this is not going to take long. Send Help is good. It's like Misery meets Castaway. Yeah, I've heard that. It sounds really good. I was busy watching Iron Lung that weekend, so I didn't see it, but... That's one of those movies I'm probably just going to catch it on streaming or whatever. It does look good, I was already seeing 2 movies that month. think I tried to watch the first Friday the 13th, but stopped sometime around the part where they killed a snake for realsies. Oh, that's a thing in that? Something about filming animals being killed by people. Yeah, that's gross. I don't think I heard that about that movie. Is that like definitely a thing, or is that like a rumor? I wouldn't call Rachel McAdams in that one evil, more like a damaged person, tired of being a doormat. Yeah. Yeah, that's the impression I got from the trailer and everything. Like, literally, I think I'm just gonna add a little shading to that one piece and that's it. What am I doing? Zoom in, bitch. There we go. Oh, and for some reason that's the wrong... What the fuck? There. For some reason that's the wrong color. I don't know why. I guess I had the whole thing being a lighter shade of gray and then I changed it. And somehow that didn't get covered. I'm honestly just using the mouse here. That could be darker. I think I'm actually going to use the darker color here too. There we go. And then... there. The coat's done. What do I want to do next? I guess I ought to do his hair. That shouldn't be super difficult. Let me look through my reference images here and get an idea of how his hair looks. Let me get caught up on the chat really quick. I guess in some respects it's better than how Raimi handled the Wicked Witch in Oz the Great and Powerful or the Scarlet Witch in Multiverse of Madness. Okay, I guess I see now what you're saying about Sam Raimi. Personally, I don't fault Sam Raimi for Scarlet Witch. A different writer worked on the script while Raimi directed it. He even admitted to not having seen WandaVision as well. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Time for Phantasy Star 4 music for the rest of the stream. That's a long soundtrack, but it's an RPG, so it's to be expected. Okay, I was gonna look at my reference images and get an idea of what his hair is like. I'm just gonna like click through all the images I have. So there it's just really dark. Some of them it's kind of covered. That's in the dark right there. That's kind of a dark image. That one's a little better. I should compare it to like... Mine is maybe... the color I have is maybe a little more vivid than this, but... I probably ought to go by that image. That's probably the best one. It's a little too dark. That one's a little desaturated. Lighting on that one's kind of weird. Some of these he doesn't even have hair. A little dark in that one, yeah. Doesn't even have hair in that shot. That's a pretty good one, but I don't know, lighting's kind of weird. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with well, that one. That one's pretty bright. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with I'm gonna mostly go by this one. Why it always opens stuff in the background. But anyway, yeah, I'm mostly gonna go by that one for the color. I think I'm probably just gonna add shadows and no highlights because it's not like his hair is shiny or anything. Still have to see Send Help, but I am totally gonna see it next Tuesday. I don't know exactly who Rachel McAdams is. Y'all keep talking about her, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've seen her in anything. It's always planned for Wanda to turn evil in Multiverse of Madness, but it was Raimi's idea to make her the main villain. Interesting. One of my favorite lines of The Creature is, "The miracle is not that I would talk, but that you would listen." I love that line. I'm always like, go off, King. I do like that one scene where she twists her body to emerge from a gong. We need more stylized CGI, especially in horror. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Very, very Sam Raimi, too. Oh, Regina George. Okay, I definitely know who she is. I just forgot her name. Yeah. If you just say Regina George, I know who you mean. Yeah, she was also in Doctor Strange. And I've seen her in a couple other things too, but yeah, I mostly know her as Regina George. In fact, I knew she was in that movie, I'd just forgotten. Oh, it's, yeah. And then Tolchok just mentioned Doctor Strange, yeah. Oh, she was the one who was in The Notebook. I never saw that movie, I've just seen clips of it. Okay. Okay, hopefully that's not too dark. There's going to be a little contrast, probably a little more here than in some of the images, but Wanda's Evil Dead camera shots make me grin. Only complaint about that movie is that, like, didn't feel like it was really, for a Doctor Strange movie, it doesn't seem to be about him that much. It's more like a Wanda movie. That's kind of a nitpick, though. Well, again, I gotta keep remembering that I'm not totally married to this reference image. I did actually base this off of a couple different pictures of him that I liked. Definitely using a little bit of artistic license here. I think I made his hair a little more full down here than it normally is, but whatever. Excuse me. The chat's moving. I'll get caught up with that in a minute. I'm gonna get to a good stopping point here. Did I go a little too gold on his hair? I don't know. I wanted to differentiate. I wanted his hair to be like a different shade of brown than the fur on his coat, so I went with a slightly different, like, shade, but I wonder if maybe it's a little too saturated. It looks almost blondish? I don't know. Then again, that was the highlights, so... I changed his hair color at some point and that part didn't get... Huh. Okay, my hand's starting to hurt. I think I need to... Okay, I did half of his hair. Good stopping point, I guess. Ow. Oh, chat didn't move as much as I thought it did. Hi, Death's Head. Multiverse of Madness was really more America Chavez's story. Yeah, that too. That's my own problem too, relying too much on a reference pick. Yeah. Yeah, like... I'll show you guys the reference images I used. Like I said, obviously I'm going mostly off of this one. But I looked at a few different ones, like... I'm trying to remember. I only had a few pictures of him at the time I drew this, and then later I found... And so I had to do some guesswork as far as, like, figuring out what his coat looks like. And then later on I found way more. I think I used this one a little bit. I think I had this one. And I think I also had this one. In a lot of these pictures, it's hard to make out some of the details on his coat. And this is from, like, the final scene after it's been burned and everything, and it's almost unrecognizable. I use this one for the mouth. I love how he's burned everywhere except, like, there. My session for Multiverse of Madness was 2D, but for some reason the cinema played the 3D version for about 5 minutes before realizing they had the wrong one. That's funny. This snuck up on me. Yeah, I wouldn't normally be streaming on a Friday, but I was taking today off of work anyway, and I wasn't sure if I would have time tomorrow, so I just went ahead and streamed today. Liking the shades of brown being used? Thank you. Yeah, I guess this color for the hair is fine. I don't know why I got all in my head about it being too yellow or whatever. I think it's probably fine. There's a lot of brown on him, so I'm trying to like not use the same color brown for everything. I used yet another shade of brown on his eyes. Besides maybe changing the saturation and values, I do like the idea of making the hair more orange-brown with the coat being more reddish-brown. Yeah, thank you. I guess that pretty much is what I did. I didn't even think about it. I was just trying to differentiate them from each other. My observation of Multiverse of Madness was that it was like the Evil Dead movies, but Cumberbatch was more Buster Keaton than Bruce Campbell's Three Stooges. Interesting. I could see that. Yeah, the coat's fur definitely could be desaturated a little more gray. Oh, you think the coat is too saturated? Well, see, if we're looking at this one, it looks kind of reddish here to me almost. Interesting, though. I don't know. I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if I want to change it, but I hear you. Quote taken from Linkara's Silent Hill reviews. It's brown. Every color is brown. I remember him saying something to that effect. Can't help but be baffled by how stupid Multiverse of Madness's read was to give a mystery woman a rundown of their powers and weaknesses. Good point. It's interesting to consider that Del Toro had so much fun with color in Frankenstein, and Nosferatu was like a black and white film with hints of color, both gorgeous in my opinion. I didn't see that Nosferatu movie. I keep wanting to watch the original first. I never seem to get around to it. But yeah, all the characters in Frankenstein are, in Del Toro's Frankenstein, are color-coded, and Victor wears mostly black. Victor and his dad wear mostly black. Victor's mom wears red. The love interest wears green mostly. It's kind of interesting. And I don't remember them mentioning it in the documentary, but the monster's color seems to be brown, which I think is cool. I think it kind of softens his look a little bit. I do like it in black and white movies when there's a splash of color. Yeah, that's a fun trope. Favorite animated movie, Mary and Max. I don't think I've heard of that. Okay, whoops. Surprise Cybercats. Yeah, I have this open as a reference. I'm trying to work on my Cybercats comic. This is a reference image I have open. I mean, like, not now, but in general, I've been trying to do that lately. That's right. I colored that one piece of hair. He's always got this one piece of hair in front of him, right in front of his eye. Every single shot of him, he's got this one piece of hair right in front of his eye. It's sort of cute. Again, I'm trying to kind of follow this reference image, but I'm not trying to follow it exactly. That's my favorite gag music to put in any silly video I make. In case anyone wondered where that came from, it's Phantasy Star 4. Fortunately, the line work here doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm definitely going to blend in these shadows on the hair. Let me move this fucking thing over again. Oops, what am I doing? This needs to have highlight on it because it's kind of going in front of some of the other hair. Excuse me. Oops, that is not what I meant to do. Random Fantasy Zone music because it's in Phantasy Star 4 as an Easter egg. Like I could put a little more shading in this part of the hair. I don't know. Whoops. Da, 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 da. Okay. That's coming along. That needs some smudging badly, but oh yeah, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I remember I saw that in the theater, and I don't know why I never watched it again, but I guess it didn't do much for me at the time. Maybe I should give it a second watch, but hang on, let me turn on my heater. A little bit cold. Completely reverses Wanda's character development from WandaVision. Does it though? I didn't feel like it did. The original Nosferatu is available in black and white, but restored editions have color. Plates of teal, ochre, and pink to show the day, night, and dawn scenes. That looks great for storytelling. Yeah, I've heard of that. Nice cat art, thank you. Smug side. Hopefully in a couple weeks I'll have some Cybercat art to color, but we'll see. I'm having a hard time getting myself to work on it. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Yeah. Same director recently released Memoirs of a Snail. That sounds familiar. I think I heard about that. Another claymation story that cut onions below my eyes. I think I heard of that one, actually. That must be a recent one. Well, you did say recently. Duh. Okay, Death's Head, thanks for stopping by. It's coming along well, thank you. Aight. Do some smudging here, and I guess I should really do some smudging on the fur too. I'm procrastinating on it for some weird reason. I'm so afraid of how the fur is going to turn out, even though it's practically done now. Do I want to turn up the strength? I don't think I do. I think I want it. Yeah, turn up the strength too high and it kind of... Feels weird not adding highlights to the hair. I normally give my characters really glossy hair, but it doesn't work so well for this guy. He does have pretty nice hair considering he probably doesn't wash it, but I don't want it looking too nice. I mean, I could almost consider this color could almost be considered the highlight, considering I've got the black shadows, and like this could be the mid color, and that's the highlight. I'm not like intentionally adding highlights. I'm reminded of a scene in Dead Man when a creepo character asks Johnny Depp how he gets his hair so nice, and he answers, just lucky, I guess. Yeah. Pretty much. He was blessed with really good hair genes. Actually, I live in Melbourne, so I got to see the Memoirs of a Snail on display at ACM. That's cool. Neat. Pretty good. Oh yeah, I was gonna blend the fur on the coat. Let's rip off that band-aid. I don't know why I'm afraid to do that. Oh, might help if I was on that layer and had it selected. I'm just doing shit like that. Yeah, it's for the best that I blend this a little bit, because as much as I tried to be all neat and make it look like it would work as like a kind of a cell shaded effect, it's just a little bit too sloppy. Oh yeah, I think that's helping a lot, I think. All right. Excuse me. Smudged it out a little too much. Oh no! Ruined it. I'm just kidding, it's fine. Yeah, that worked out okay. Yeah, I think another good thing about smudging out the shading on this fur is it's going to make it look even softer. Smudge it out already? I don't even remember what I've smudged and what I haven't. That's not good. I'm actually doing this with the mouse, surprisingly. Even using the mouse hurts my hand sometimes. Oh yeah, I remember having a lot of trouble in this area last week when I added that shading. Just trying to get the shapes right. It's really messing me up. Apparently I didn't do a very good job of erasing all the highlights. Let's see if I can just blend them out. Yep, that's working. I'll try to check on the chat pretty soon. No, actually, there hasn't been very much in the chat since the last time. I will still check once I'm in a good stopping point here. guess I'm done. Well, not quite. I just noticed this part. I can blend this. I don't think. I'm forgetting, again, I'm forgetting what I have and haven't blended. Soften that a little more. It's kind of refusing to be softened. Did I get this? I don't even remember. I think I did. It looks like it's been... Yeah, I did, because I remember commenting on how difficult that was, and I just clicked the button when I didn't mean to. Okay, I think that's done. There we go. Although it's zoomed out this much, you can't even see the difference. There you can. Oh, God. It takes patience, but there's something satisfying about shading. Watching is fun, too. Yeah. Glad it's fun to watch. Unrelated, but my workplace recently sent a link to all teams to make AI avatars of ourselves for enjoyment, or for engagement, rather. As I'm opposed, I went to MS Paint and bad stick figure drawing instead. Good for you. Fight the man. Still made it look more accurate to me than whatever the slop would do. I love that. Okay, so may as well do the rest of the hair. Yeah, the hair color is kind of guesswork here because it's hard to tell. Let me see if I can find out what's a good picture of him where you can see the blonde. If it's blonde or white, I'm not entirely sure. Well, see, it's not even that big of a contrast there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there we go. I don't know, to me that looks blonde. I'm going with blonde, obviously. You can tell by the base color I used, but... I love that face he's making, by the way. That looks cute as hell to me. Anyway. Where's, I'm trying to think of it. That one? Nope, wrong. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, see? Again, though, this one's a little desaturated. I don't know if that's just how it looks in the scene or if that's how this image looks, but... And it's hard to tell if it's meant to be, like, blonde or, like, white. There it looks blonde, but his whole face kind of looks pink, so the shading's kind of weird. Or the, lighting is kind of weird. You know, again, lighting's kind of weird here, too. He looks entirely blue, so, yeah. So, I'm gonna go with kind of like a desaturated blonde, is what I'm thinking, like... none of these pictures are all that helpful. One of his eyes glows. That fucking kills me. Oh, damn it. I keep accidentally hitting the next. This isn't even a screenshot from the movie. This is like a statue that they put the clothing on. This was from a display. Yeah, that one's not very helpful. This is another one where I think... I did it again. This is another one where the lighting's kind of blue, but... I don't know. I don't really need to be looking at all those pictures. I don't know what I'm doing. Faded blonde, perhaps. Yeah, like a really pale blonde. That's what I'm thinking. Normally, when I'm shading blonde hair, I'd put, you know, like a lot of brown in it, but I don't think I'm gonna do that here. I think I'm gonna keep it kind of desaturated. Like, that might be a good color. I don't want to go too dark with the shading. I don't think I want a lot of, like, color variation on this or anything. I think I will add some white highlights to this though, just to keep it really, really light on the highlighted parts. I've been reading through the novelization of Return to Silent Hill. Do tell, I'm curious. Definitely not going to read it myself, but if there's any like differences, that might be interesting to hear about. I wonder if I should have went a little darker with that. I think it's fine. Not too much white. See, this is a light color, so if I add a little bit of white, it's not gonna... I can add some light highlights and it's not gonna look too glossy. I wonder if maybe that should be a little darker. I don't know. At least in the shaded areas. Oh, I got a heart. Thank you. Whoever did that. It is basically the movie in book form, but there are more little things included from the game. Interesting. Locations mentioned, like the Texon gas station, Gonzalez restaurant, the Historical Society. Thanks to whoever is spamming the hearts. Special Iron's not here, so somebody's got to do it, I guess. Okay, let me... Yeah, I really should have made that a lot darker. I wasn't really thinking. Volunteer as tribute. Hi, Gremlin Glitch. There we go. I felt like that was standing out just a little too much for before. The blonde parts were standing out a little too much because the shading was so light on it. I just read through the part in Brookhaven Hospital, and there are actually flesh lips mandarins and mannequins that pop up to attack James. That's interesting. Oh yeah, there was a point in the movie where I thought mandarins were going to show up, and I got a little bit excited. That scene where you see a rat running around on the grating, and then it gets pulled under. I'm like, oh shit, the mandarins! And no, it was just the fucking... it was just the roaches. I was a little disappointed. Alright, I think that little blonde streak is done. Okay, oh boy, pretty much all that's left is his skin, and I'm not even sure how to do that. Yeah, normally I would do the skin first. I saved it for last this time because I'm not sure how to tackle it. Because I'm not used to drawing characters who have, like, different colors on their face. Like, I don't know how to attack that. I have his these two colors on his face I have on two different layers. And I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna have like another layer that's just gonna be like shading and highlights, but I'm not sure. I could probably also put a little bit of color variation in the base layers. So let me I never did shade his teeth. He's also got pretty nice teeth for someone who presumably doesn't bathe. Select white. Oh, that's right. I didn't start with white. That's why I started with gray, because I knew they were going to be heavily shaded. He's looking smoldering. Works for me. The real interesting point is a scene where he takes Mary out onto the lake from the hotel beach side in a canoe, and they come across a sign, Lakeside Amusement Park coming soon. Ah, that's interesting. I wonder if I can get away with doing this with a mouse. I bet I could. Like... about accurate. Maybe they're a little too white to look realistic, but again, I don't have to go for realism here. I've also got a layer that's I've also got like a skin layer just in case like this didn't work out. I'll go back to that, but I'm gonna hide those. I am the child of a charnel house. But check on my pearly whites. That's actually my other favorite line in the movie. I am the child of a charnel house. But yeah. Okay. I've basically done everything but the skin, right? Those are the eye highlights, right? Yeah. I think I did the eyes already. Yeah. Those are all done. The tear duct is... that's probably a little bright. Let me, I don't know that that needs any shading or highlight or anything. I think I'm just gonna, like... Take down the saturation on that a little bit, maybe. That's better. I might want to make it darker too. Once I add some shading around his eye, I think it's probably still going to be a little too bright, but at least it's less saturated now. Whites of the eyes, I already did that. I don't know how to deal with the lips just yet. That's another part that's going to be a little difficult. I use like two different layers just to make them the color I wanted. And I guess I'm probably going to just add a third layer, and that's going to be the shading and highlight. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, I got skin is next. Damn it. So, seems like along the edges of the bluish parts of the skin, it's a little more blue. So that's some color variation I could add. Interesting. It looks more blue here than this would indicate. I guess it's just how it looks up alongside this color. Because this is almost a normal skin color, and then that's interesting. Well, it's about to get a little more blue. I don't want to overdo it though. Not too subtle either. Once again, I feel like maybe I could use the mouse for that. Around his eyes is not especially blue. Just kind of odd. Normally there is a little bit of blue around the eyes. For him, the blue seems to start all the way over here. Is there blue here as well? I don't know. Maybe. Guess the shaded areas could be a little more blue as well. Yeah, a little bit. Now I know... Now I think I know why the Karloff version is often depicted as green. It's to indicate he's dead because human flesh turns green as it rots. Yeah, I always figured that was the reason. Even though the movie was black and white, so... Technically he wasn't any color. Okay, this is where I'm gonna get picky and inside my own head again. I want to see if I can get an idea of, like... which parts of his face are a little more blue. God, it highly depends on the lighting. It's wild how different his skin color looks in different pictures. That's the one I'm already looking at. Just look how nice those teeth are. Oh, once again, that one's kind of desaturated. That one's very pink. That one's too blue. See, I don't even know. This little piece looks darker, so maybe I could make that a little more blue. That's kind of the kind of thing I was thinking about. Yeah. Alright, and just stop looking at the fucking pictures, because it's just like... I think I'm actually making it harder on myself trying to use fucking inconsistent sources as reference. Doesn't look like any of these areas are especially blue. Oh, hey, Flash. Contrast changes perception. Yeah. I'm pretty good, Flash. Hope you're doing well, too. Oh yeah, I forgot. I think he looks a little bit bluish down here as well. Oh, I've got the wrong thing selected. Yeah, I guess Special Iron missed the memo, since I don't normally do these on Friday. Probably didn't expect it, so... I'm gonna stop using inconsistent sources and then use this set of sources. Oh, I know. I'm very torn on how to handle this fucking drawing. It's driving me crazy. So much guesswork was done on this. I guess that's enough blue tint. Special Iron tomorrow. Where's Dina? More likely he'll show up in the Discord sometime tonight and be like, oh no, I missed the stream. Hope you and Lee have a good Valentine's tomorrow. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna need to like blend that at some point, but like I said, these two skin colors are on two different layers, so maybe I'll just like put them on the same layer, but not just yet. I don't think I'm quite ready to do that. And I'll blend that out a little bit, but at least for now I think I'll keep them on two separate layers just in case I decide I want to add more blue tint to just the blue or whatever. How are Tara and Soul? They're good. Their favorite thing lately is sitting in the windowsill and making a ton of noise while doing it. Okay, so skin layer. I'm not sure. See, what color do I even use for the shading? This is. Let's see, what's a good like mode? Overlay? I think overlay is dark and light. Let me see something really quick. Oh, interesting. Black does not look black on overlay. Excuse me. So what's it going to look like on the blue areas? More blue! Okay, that's actually just about perfect for shading. Maybe it ought to be a little less saturated somehow. I'm not sure how I would... It's already black. I don't know how to desaturate it anymore. Maybe I'll do like shading on one layer and highlights on another. Then I could go with like multiply and then, yeah, that'll give me a little more control over the colors. I don't know, I kind of liked what overlay was doing though. With multiply, I'm just gonna end up with... Let me just see. It doesn't really look gray. I could also use more than one color for the shading. They've signed up as the new neighborhood watch. They're doing important duties with that noise. Honestly, that'd explain a lot. Hi, Sticks. My mother and sister are fostering a new greyhound. Oh, wow, with the aim for adoption. His name is Casper, and he's a friendly boy. He has a white face with dark gray on both sides. Oh, he sounds so cute. Thought this was a recording. Oh, I have not seen the Silent Hill Townfall trailer yet. I thought about reacting to it on this stream, but since it's only like 2 minutes, that seemed a little pointless. Okay, I need to stop overthinking everything and just fucking go ahead. I mean, if I don't like how it turns out, I can always change it. So I'm doing it on its own layer. Indecision paralysis is real, you guys. Okay, let me go ahead and like figure out where all the shading's gonna go. Definitely some here. Shading. There's quite a lot of shading here. feel like I should be using a warmer color for this, maybe. Maybe just for this spot. Do I want to like... Let's try this. See what happens. That's a little too warm, I think. Yeah, for some reason the shading looks kind of warm in this area. Once again, for anyone, this is the image I'm mostly using for reference. I'm not going by it exactly. So I've got it open on my other monitor. That's what I keep looking at. As it is Friday, yeah. Yeah, again, I wouldn't normally stream on Friday, but I wasn't sure if I would have time tomorrow, so I just went ahead and did it today. It may turn out that I could have done it tomorrow anyway, but... There's actually kind of a lot of shading in this spot. Actually I could have a little more shading here, maybe. Kind of not worrying about his lips right now. That's going to be something I'm going to go back and deal with at some point. I know the shading doesn't look quite right on them right now, but... I can turn 2 minutes into 2 hours. Yeah, tell me about it. Here, let me get caught up on the chat really quick. It looks interesting and kind of looked like the UK. I don't know if it's just me. Some of the road signs. Whoops. Some of the road signs looked British. Oh, we're talking about the Silent Hill movie. At least the shading choices look fairly consistent. Thank you. Though going by a description I read, it's not set in Silent Hill. Oh, you're talking about Townfall. That's right. Sorry. I forgot. I forgot what we were talking about earlier. We were talking about Return to Silent Hill earlier. Yeah. But going off the description I read, it's not set in Silent Hill. It's on an island somewhere, so maybe it's a British island. Interesting. No, I haven't finished Stray yet. Sometime. I did get past that part where I was stuck, so I can finish it sometime. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. This is one of the final boss songs, I think. Let me work on shading something that isn't his cheek. Let's do some shading around the eyes. He definitely needs some there. Weird that there isn't more blue around his eyes. I was noticing that earlier for anyone who just showed up. Like, normally, you know, we naturally have some blue around our eyes, but the area around his eyes is not blue, but like right next to it is blue. Alright, I think I can go in with some darker colors now. Here, let me... I don't want to go too brown with this color. What am I doing? That's not very dark. And I was trying to make it a little less warm, but I actually don't know if I want that or not. That's too dark. Oops, am I overdoing that? I might be slightly. Ah, what the fuck? Z, there we go. I don't know what I hit there. It's getting kind of close to 3. I should probably try to wrap up soon, but I'm actually kind of invested right now. I'm trying to decide what color to use for some of the cooler. Some of the cooler areas. That's a tad dark. There we go. I feel like I'm getting somewhere with this. This freaking drawing has turned out to be really, like, challenging in ways I wasn't expecting. Not sure what to do with that. Should I just delete that maybe? Okay, I should really wrap up. It's coming along, yeah. I think he's, I have done a pretty good job of making him, recognizable. That's the biggest thing about doing a portrait. It has to look like the person. Obviously. All right. Hi, Jean-Luc. Sorry, but Townfall looks like the most generic Silent Hill. Well, I haven't watched the trailer yet, so I don't know. Right, that's Silent Hill. Let's go to the Sonic conversation. Let's get the Sonic conversation out of the way. It looks like he's contemplating giving someone the old British knuckles here. Problem with the telling of the story of Frankenstein. They make Dr. Frankenstein too clean, too understated, too unsympathetic, or too dirty. It's clear he was not a well man. I don't feel like Del Toro's version did. I thought he handled it well. Damn, this UK deep winter with a broken down boiler. Oh, that sounds like a pain. I found Oscar Isaac had a fairly balanced approach with Victor. Yeah, I loved Oscar Isaac in the role. Fucking hate Victor as a person, though. Fuck Victor. But Oscar Isaac is awesome. Interesting. Thank you, George. And Flash. Yeah, it's coming together. This coloring this has been a huge pain in the ass, like more than I thought it would be, but I think most of it is just me being afraid to go outside of my comfort zone a little bit. I think it is turning out well. I'll definitely be finishing it next week. Like, I don't even know how much is really left. Let me remind myself of how he looks without any shading. I seem to recall being pretty happy with the black and white version, so if I sell copies of this at a convention, I might have the black and white version be an option. Yeah, he looks good without color too. I always try to go for that when I do comic book style art. Hang on, let's hide that layer. Oh wait, that's the wrong layer. That's the layer I meant to hide. Kind of looks like Flynn Rider from the Tangle doing the smolder. I don't see it. No, I'm not streaming tomorrow. The whole reason I streamed today was because I wasn't sure if I would have time tomorrow. But I will be back next Saturday. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure I don't have anything going on then. Sonic turns 35 this year. I'm imagining Sonic as 35 years old, like his knees are giving out. Zelda, Metroid, Castlevania, and Kid Icarus turned 40 years old. God damn. Never played that game. Iron missed out. Yeah, I just know he's gonna show up in the Discord layer and be like, God damn it. Sometimes I see things or make connections that are completely left field and nobody else sees. Did I play Homecoming? Oh yeah, I did a video on it. Well, I tried playing Homecoming. I only got about halfway through. Didn't care for it. It was too hard for me and I didn't like the combat. But yeah, I did do a video on Homecoming. It's a brief one, but if you want to look up my Game Den Silent Hill videos, I did do one on Homecoming. Funny you should say that, as it seems Sonic losing his speed or having to amputate a leg or become a wheelchair user is a semi-popular fanfic trope. I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, I could see that. It's fun how fanfiction likes to explore a facet of a character that would never be canon. Oh, we're up to the final boss music. That usually happens around the 3 o'clock mark. 30th anniversary of Resident Evil. Oh wow, cool. I guess that tracks. God damn. Still remember when the first game came out. Here's a sick thought. Sonic participating in the long walk. Jeez, yeah, and if I remember correctly, there's no end to the long walk, right? They keep walking until everybody except one person dies, so like, that would take a while with Sonic. Okay. You've watched my Game Den videos, but you didn't know if I'd played Homecoming? Fanfic writers love angst. Yeah, that's true. They spend their writing going, I love this character, they're my favorite, so how can I make them suffer in the worst way possible? That's so true. So much of fan fiction is that kind of thing. It's especially fun when it doesn't fit the mood of the original material. Like the My Little Pony Grimdark fanfic. Alright, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I did get a pretty good amount of people here, as far as I could tell. Considering I did this on a Friday, which is unusual. Oh, 40 views. That's not that bad. Oh, still halfway through, though. Got it. I thought you were saying you'd watched all of them. Hides my own angsty fanfic in the corner. I mean, that's a good chunk of what my Silent Hill 4 novelization was. Just getting into Henry's head and how fucking miserable he was. To wrap up the conversation with food, I had gammon, new potatoes, and peas. I'm not sure what gammon is, but other than that, it sounds pretty good. Oh, it's a ham. Okay. Interesting. Barbecue chicken drumsticks. That sounds good. I haven't eaten lunch. I just had breakfast. I had a donut and coffee and some toast with peanut butter on it for breakfast. Written 2 Batman stories told from villain point of view seemed appropriate. Interesting. Well, a lot of people would argue that the best thing about Batman is the villain, so I could really go for a hockey mask shaped burger today. Oh, it's like thick cut bacon. Okay. Interesting. Makes me kind of laugh how enemies to lovers is one of the most popular ship tropes. Oh, it really is, isn't it? I did make 2 chicken schnitzels with tasty cheese and chili sauce made with cherries for dinner last night. You lost me at the cherries, but the rest of it sounds good. Balance with steamed veggies because heal. Healthy. Okay, I'm too lazy to end the stream, but I need to, so. Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, I got a pretty good amount of people eventually. It took a little while for them to filter in, but they did. Yeah, I'll be finishing this next week. Should be Saturday. As far as I know, I don't have anything going on next weekend. No problem, Flash. Thanks for joining. So yeah, enjoy your weekend. Usually I say enjoy the rest of your weekend because it's Saturday, but how do I turn this off again? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's this one. So yeah, see you next week. Enjoy the weekend. Bye.